everyone, I'm Marsha. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am sharing one of my favorite dessert recipes with you, and that is magic cookie bars. Now, growing up, me and my family always called these Hello Dolly Bars. I don't know why, that's just what we call them. And my mom always made it at Christmas time. So I kind of consider it a holiday bar or a holiday dessert, but you can certainly make this any time of the year. We actually didn't even consider it Christmas time unless my mom made Hello Dolly Bars every year. So it was definitely a must-have in my family. So this amazing dessert starts with a buttery graham cracker crust, and then it's layered with chocolate chips and coconut and pecans and just a lot of extra goodness. So let me show you how to make it. All right, so we're gonna start everything off with our graham crackers. So our graham cracker crust is simply just made out of graham crackers and melted butter. So I actually got a food processor this year, but before this year, every other time I made Hello Dolly's, I simply used a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, and I put the graham crackers in here and I just crushed them up with my hands. Or you can kind of crush it up with a rolling pin, whatever works. So I'm gonna add my graham crackers. And then I'm just gonna pulse this up until it reaches the consistency or texture that I'm looking for. So now I'm just gonna add my graham cracker crumbs to a bowl, and I'm gonna mix it with my melted butter. Now, growing up, my mom always made her crust by melting the butter directly in the baking dish, and then she would sprinkle the graham cracker crumbs directly on top of the melted butter. So everything was done in the baking dish and she didn't have to dirty up another dish. I am doing it this way because I'm actually going to be using a parchment paper lined baking dish. So I put a little parchment paper in my baking dish just to make it easier to slip out. All right, so it's time to move on to the next step. I'm just going to go ahead and pour my graham cracker crumble in here, and I am going to press it until it forms an even layer crust all around the bottom of this baking dish. So you can certainly use whatever kitchen tool you want to help press this crust down. You can use a spatula like I am. You can use your hands, a measuring cup, whatever works for you, but you definitely want to make sure that there's an even layer all the way around and every little single space is covered up in the bottom of the dish. All right, so once you have your crust nice and even all the way around, then you can go ahead and move on to layering on the rest of your toppings. So this is actually the fun part and the easiest part. So I am going to start with my chocolate chips, and I am just literally, you guys, just going to layer this on all the way around, making sure I lay them on, evenly. I want all of the spaces to be filled up with little bits and pieces of chocolate chips. And as always, I do have the full recipe and measurements down below in the description box. Next, I'm going to layer on my butterscotch chips. And definitely don't skip these butterscotch chips, you guys. It really just adds an extra layer of flavor and richness to the cookie bar, and it's really like nothing I've ever tasted. It's so good. So you definitely don't want to skip that. All right, now I'm going to go in with my sweetened coconut, and make sure you are buying sweetened coconut because there is unsweetened coconut. But for this particular dessert recipe, you definitely need sweetened coconut. So I love coconut so much that I may or may not have added a little bit of extra coconut. Next, it's time to add the chopped pecans or pecans. And I'm just making sure, again, everything is pressed down and packed in really good to give you those, nice even bars. All right, so next we want to add our sweetened condensed milk. So I'm just going to pop this open and pour it all over our cookie mixture. And don't worry, you guys, this is actually going to melt down into the magic bars. And so, literally it helps hold everything together like glue. So it kind of disappears as it cooks, but you definitely need it. You definitely need it. All right, so now we get to bake these in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. All right, so after about 30 minutes, your magic bars should be done. They should be a light golden brown color, something like this. And you want to let them cool completely before you cut into them. So probably about 45 minutes to an hour, just to make sure they've cooled down all the way. Maybe not that long, but just kind of see. Make sure they're cooled all the way down before you cut into them. And then you can enjoy your magic bars or Hello Dollies, however you want to say it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe video. If you did, please leave me a big thumbs up down below and let me know in the comments if you plan on trying this recipe out soon. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below along with the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. All right, until next time, friends, I'll see you later.